present yourself.
Hi, I'm Ashley Jagdeo, owner of The Circle Tattoo Studio and Art Gallery in London.
Can you tell Men's Style Fashion your story? How have you ended up exactly where you are now?
Basically, I spent, from my 18th birthday, on the day of my birthday I got tattooed and absolutely fell in love with it. Couldn't wait for the moment that I could get tattooed. From that point I spent 10 years just constantly getting tattooed. I was working in public relations at the time, within fashion, and kind of made a name for myself as the kind of tattooed boy of kind of PR. Moving forward, I didn't really find any studios that I felt comfortable in, that I wanted to go into constantly, or even felt comfortable enough to kind of take my mum with me if I wanted to get tattooed. So I just decided to do it myself, and yeah, kind of 5 years later, here I am.
I am finding I'd love a tattoo, but I'm absolutely petrified. Can you talk to our followers, the process? How do we get thinking about it, to having one on our arm, let alone our neck?
I mean, for the more visible places, such as like your hands and your neck, especially like your face, you really got to think about that stuff. The implications of going for job interviews, or how you'll be perceived on the street. People look at you very differently. People look at me very differently now. I have my hands and my neck tattooed. And it's not really until I open my mouth that they kind of realise that I'm not a thug or a gangster or just some kind of lunatic.
Yeah, that's
Think
true.
about it. Just really, really think about if it's something that you want on your body for the rest of your life. The way I started was with marker pens. Get the Sharpie out, draw on yourself, get friends who are artists to draw on you, live with it for a little bit, and really think about, is that skull on my thumb or those stars on my knuckles really something that I want to kind of go ahead and live with for the rest of my days. It's not a flash in the pan thing. I know, I mean, our business, we do laser removals as well, but I have a lot of Arab clients who come in and they ask, they're here kind of on a 5-year expat, and they're like, hey, I want to get a tattoo, I'm going back home, obviously my parents are going to hate me if I get a tattoo, I want to get it removed in 4 years, can we do this? First thing I say is no.
Okay, very interesting.
You don't want to kind of toy with it. It's a very traditional, historic thing, tattoos, and to play around with it in a very kind of throwaway sense, it's not the way to go.
The one on your neck, tell us, does it represent a story? What is it? How did you get to that process?
That process.
Can we have see it a little bit so I know what we're talking about?
This was somebody I look up to a lot within the kind of tattoo world is Travis Barker, and he said when he firstly got his first neck tattoos and hand tattoos that was it. He wasn't going to look back, that it was only moving forward, and his tattoos were going to help him move forward because there was no way back after that. This was my kind of way of saying that to myself when I got into the industry, that this is it, this is what I want to do. I'm kind of turning my back on, well, not so much turning my back on fashion because I still work in fashion, but turning my back on the conventional life that I was kind of leading, and this was me within the tattoo industry. That's it. I just wanted to move forward.
Okay, I've come in, I've got a tattoo 15 years ago, because I'm sure that it's transformed immensely.
Oh yeah.
It looks shocking. Talk us through the process of getting it removed. And is it possible?
Oh yeah, 100%. Anything older than 10 years is easy to, well, I won't say easy, but a lot easier to remove.
Painful?
It's about the same kind of pain threshold as when you had the tattoo done in the first place.
Right.
It's a very laborious process. You have to wait kind of 6 weeks between each process, or between each session. You can't get tattooed over it for another 2 months, and so normally it kind of takes about seven months to a year to fully remove something, and then to start covering it up if you wish to do so. It's not a short-term process at all, and it's not painful. Towards the end, because the voltage goes up every time you get a session, it can really hurt, but at the end of the day, it's your skin and you want to look the best you can, so if it's time to get rid of something, do it.
Okay, Gracie Opulenza wants a tattoo. You are looking at me, spontaneous decision. What would you recommend? Keeping in mind I am a fashionista, but a petrified one at that when it comes to tattoos.
The thing with tattoos nowadays is it's not just about kind of looking through a book, looking on the walls and seeing what the artist has drawn.
Right.
You can get absolutely anything tattooed
Right.
nowadays. You can flip through a copy of Vogue and on every page you'll find an image that you can get tattooed upon yourself nowadays.
Right.
People are basing pin-up girls on Giselle Bundle and you know, all the supermodels, they are based, you know, all the gypsy girls and stuff that you're seeing tattooed now, they're all based on supermodels.
Wow.
You know, everybody is kind of opening up and realizing that anything is possible in this art form today. So literally the world's your oyster.
Okay, thank you so much. Love your work and
Thank you.
really informative, very powerful.
Cheers.
Thank you.